At the US-Mexico border, millions of gallons of raw sewage spill every day into the Tijuana River. The river flows through concrete structures across the border and into Southern California, polluting the land, air, and sea. Both countries think the other are to blame and should be held responsible, but for the decades this debate has drawn on, an effective solution has not been presented. Now, landscape architecture and the implementation of sustainable practices must be utilized to purify polluted waters and restore the natural landscape of Mexico and Southern California. The Tijuana River Valley is home to natural ecosystems, agricultural fields, rural landscapes, and disturbed habitats. The valley is located at the most southwestern point of the United States and sits just above the US-Mexico border. However, the thriving ecological systems that once covered the valley no longer exist. This is due to human disturbances like illegal dumping, off-road vehicle riding, and water pollution, mainly from locations upstream in Baja, Mexico. Human sewage and stormwater runoff travels downstream from Tijuana and into the United States, where it is then discharged into the Pacific Ocean. What was once a thriving ecosystem and natural landscape in South San Diego is now home to putrid smells, rotting garbage, and liquid wastes. While efforts have been made by local and even federal governments in the past, the proper solution has not been presented. Now, the designed landscape offers a solution to end the polluted waters running into the Pacific Ocean. Congress has recently allocated $300 million to address the sewage issue all along the border, but no concrete steps have been taken. There are main treatment pumps in Tijuana, however, they often break down due to mechanical failures, and workers have to wade underground in black sludge to repair the buckling facility. Local authorities state that only 25 million gallons of sewage are flushed into the Pacific every day, but local environmental organization Wild Coast believes it to be upwards of 40 million gallons. This sewage flows into the ocean and currents bring the tide north. And while surfers and beachgoers are forbidden from entering the toxic water, Navy SEAL trainees of Coronado's amphibious base are forced to enter the sewage in order to train. Similar instances of pollution have become prevalent all over the world, as stormwater runoff has increased with urbanization. In China, action has been taken to combat the negative effects of urbanization on river corridors. Both Sanya Mangrove Park and Meiji River Greenway are ecological river restorations with the intent of removing and purifying water pollutants. The functional landscapes provide ecological services while providing retreat from urban areas. Similar actions can be taken in the Tijuana River Valley. Runoff and sewage pollutants can be treated through designed ecological processes. While treatment facilities will be required to purify and remove major pollutants in the river, the natural landscape and its ecological functions provide a more beautiful and cost-efficient solution. Because human sewage and urban runoff pollutants are so prevalent in the Tijuana River, drastic measures need to be taken. The involvement of and communication with local organizations and politicians will be needed to address previous actions and current solutions. The context and conditions of the landscape surveyed and analyzed to determine possible sites for the project, and sewage and runoff entry points in Tijuana located. Finally, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to any feedback.